Hope it's not a crazy question.
No, I don't ask crazy questions.
Okay. There's that feeling whereby you want some certain people to be your friends, but they detach themselves from you. I was putting the pieces together, and the answer that I was getting was my height. So sometimes I was feeling like being alone was okay, then being with wrong people who pretend. But even in society, I've seen that, and I've observed that whereby some people would pretend to be your friend. They just want to know your story. Yeah, so that they have something to spread out there.
I heard that you're in a relationship. Can you confirm? Before I mentioned the guy. You're married?
No way, just I need to take a bite before I answer that question.
Hello.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Set. In 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ZEDHOUSE Podcast. This is where we talk real stories, real culture, and real growth. And today is an amazing episode. We are doing it at the Lynn's Tasty Food Restaurant. It's located behind McGlass here in Chipata City. And as you can see, they have offered us some food. I was given a disclaimer that we can't start the podcast without food. Memory Smallet, my guest today, loves food.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we'll be able to talk more about the Lynn's Tasty Foods. They offer a variety of food items here in Chipata City. My name is Nature VK, your host. And of course, today, like I said, Memory Smallet. It's good to have you on the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, Manchester United fan.
Red Devils.
Previously, I watched...
Tumawina tukafuna.
Oh, I said to Man City.
Blue.
But blue. Yeah, Memory, you're popular on Facebook. Yes, you're popular on Facebook. I've seen a number of people that have been sharing about you, people talking about you. But there are people out there who do not know who you are. We'll get on to understand who you are, what you do, and also talk more about content creation in Chipata City. But let's get down to who Memory and Sakala is. How do you describe yourself?
How do I describe myself? I can just say a simple girl, someone who is courageous and ambitious. That's me, and someone who doesn't believe in giving up. That's how I can describe myself.
Okay. But are you born from Chipata?
Chipata Central Hospital.
Oh, Chipata Central Hospital. Oh, okay. So where's your village?
Vubwi.
Oh, Vubwi. Deep down Vubwi. Previously, I was having a podcast with Alifatik, and one thing he mentioned in the podcast is that everyone in Zambia, they have got their origin, they have got the village they come from. So when I asked you, where is your village? I thought you were going to tell me, what do you call the names of villages here? Pamunzi Pawandan, Chan Chan, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like your origin. Vubwi what? Vubwi village.
No, I really forget the name.
You don't have a village.
I do have.
Where's your nearest?
It's there.
How old are you?
23.
23? And you turned 23 this year?
I'm turning 24 this year in
You're
December.
turning 24 this year. Oh, okay. Some people who do not have an idea of your age would think that you're a small girl. Yeah. Explain to us. You were born special. You were born different. How was it growing up?
Okay, it was something difficult, like, to accept at first, because there are a lot of challenges. Just to be me, you need to be strong. Because I've faced a lot of challenges, and I just had to stand out and be strong. Like, you accept yourself, you're different. That's who you are, you can't change it.
When you say it was very difficult to accept yourself at first, at what age was that?
I think I might say most of the time. During from maybe I might say secondary school. Yeah, because I was at a boarding school and
Which one is that?
Katete girls. So there you meet different people with different visions and how they view things, totally different from different places. So that time it was something hard, and yeah, I used to have challenges.
What kind of challenges did you go through, especially in school? The moment that you felt it's very hard to accept myself, and then later on you began to accept who you are. What sort of challenges led you to that?
Okay, like sometimes I might say the friends you might want, there's that feeling whereby you want some certain people to be your friends, but they detach themselves from you. So now you start asking yourself, why? No, you can't be among us. You do this and that. So I was putting the pieces together, and the answer that I was getting was my height. So yeah, I was a friend to anyone who is open, but there's still that feeling whereby there are some people you'd want to be friends with, but they're not giving you the same vibe. So sometimes I was feeling like being alone was okay than being with wrong people who pretend. But even in society, I've seen that, and I've observed that whereby some people would pretend to be your friend. They just want to know your story. Yeah, so that they have something to spread out there. You tell them this, then you're going to hear it, and they'll add up something from that. And a lot of discouragement from people. Like, you can't do this because of your height. So that also was contributing to feeling as if maybe I should just be myself.
What sort of activities were you participating in?
At school?
Yeah, you were in school.
I was in art club and drama club.
Oh, okay. But then, meaning at school, there were, a group of people that did accept you and others that did not.
Yeah, exactly. The friends, like I said, they're really friends of friends. And the others, you can just tell, like, it's just the name friends. But deep down, you know that from these people, I can't say this. From these people, let me just limit myself from here. But I had friends who were friends. Like one of them, I have 5 days. She has been a friend from when I was in grade 8 up to now. We are still together and still good friends. So I still have people who were friends up to now, in a Peggy, and now they are still good friends.
At what point did you come to accept yourself?
I think a long time ago.
Okay.
I can't remember when, but I think just a long time
But
ago.
when did you know that, okay, Apaman, I think this is who I am and I just need to accept it? When did you realize that, okay, I think...
Okay, so there's a certain point when I was going to school. So mom sat me down. You're going to a boarding school. The time that I was going there, sat me down. She said, where you are going, no one is going to look at your height, but they'll look at your age. You are aging, not your height. So they'll be expecting you to do things according to your age, not to your height. So, whatever you be doing, follow your age, not your height. So from that time, after she told me that, and at some point I felt bad, it was home. She said, we're just the two of us. I've gone out, but nipeze man's watapa. Like, yakumo. So now, me, I didn't do anything. Then she came back. Why should I tap man's? I said, how am I going to manage kunyamula mabaketi? She said, that's how God made you. So in future, how are you going to manage to do things if no one is around? Are you going to depend on someone? Myron kapeze man's watap. So now I had to think, okay, she's right. I'm not going to depend on anyone to do everything. I had to get ka bucket ka unga, nachosamu unga. Then I started fetching water from the tap, nyambotila my bucket yakuru, until I completed. Then she came back, she said, this is what I meant. You don't have to wait for someone to help you. You can still do it. Use initiative. That's how God created you. It's not always that you depend on someone. So from that time, I started realizing that I just have to accept myself, and it's not every time that I'll have someone by me. A lot of times I'll be alone, and I need to do things by myself. So I think that's the time that I accepted.
Right, but with society, other than school, how was it growing up in society where you're disadvantaged, height, and you're walking maybe to the market? How was the experience there?
So like the experience from the society, a lot was discouragement. Like they were thinking, she can't do this, you can't do this. And one thing that I used to hate is nikachokachepa nyumba when I step outside the house. Like there are kids following me and a lot of silly comments. Why mwana amangasisa vakulu? So like I don't like wearing kids' clothes, like vevone kati uyu ni mwana. No, I don't like that. So they would ask, mwana amangasisa vakulu. Mwana ina phone. Then some kids will just start following me up, like for no good reason. They're just following you, like they are surprised. So I never used to like that. That used to irritate me, and that made me like to be with someone. So a lot of people, they would tell to say, Nika one where they saw me alone, they would see me with someone. So it's just to prevent those comments. Like I don't want to reply them, because when I'm alone, I feel like replying to every comment, whatever someone will say, I'll reply to them. But when I'm with someone, I feel like I have someone to talk to. So I don't care about those comments. Whatever silly comments they would pass when I'm walking, I usually don't care.
Do you work with is it your sister? How many are you in your family?
Me, myself, and I.
Oh, you're born alone? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, maybe we won't get much into that. Mm-hmm. All right. You're done with school. Did you go to college? Mm-hmm. What did you do?
So, I did nursing, registered nursing.
Now at college, how was life there?
So at college, that's where, at some point I felt like, giving up. I felt inferior, and I felt like, okay, someone wanted to make me feel like I can't do it. So I had a hard time. I'm not going to say the scenario out, but I can just say there's some time whereby you're a group of people and you're doing something, then maybe you're supposed to do let me say you're just 5, you're doing something, each person will do their own things. Then the 4 of them, they have done everything. Then it's only you remaining. And someone says, who is remaining? You raise your hand and they don't point at you. They start repeating, Paliva Javali for Vasara. Then now you wonder, am I not seen? Like you can't see me, Mona Chevali for. Then I asked, what of me? He said, no, you do with bofa kama muntu ina. Why? I won't see name. Then why are you recommending me to someone else? And that person refused to make me do something, to make me do a procedure, saying, no, you can't do it with me. So I don't know what was his conclusion. Like, I can't do it. I don't know. I really don't know. But that was a really tough time for me. And it made me cry because I really felt bad. Like, how would you do that in front of everyone? You didn't ask me if I can manage or if I cannot, but you just decided. So the following day, someone came in and we did the procedure, and I did it very well without any complaint, and everyone was there. The other thing, someone made me feel I can't do it again. They told me to say, no, you can't do nursing. You should go back. After some months, they said, no, you know, nursing is involving a lot of procedures. You might pass a theory part, but you haven't yet done your practicals. So I feel you can't do it. You should go back home. Try to do pharmacy. But if I wanted pharmacy, I would have been in Osaka studying pharmacy. But I wanted nursing. So I just told myself to say, this is what I want. And you have no right. After talking to my family, they said, you yourself, what do you feel? I said, I feel I can manage. So they said, if you feel you can manage, then definitely you should do it. So I told them to say, if I feel practical, you have the right to say, okay, you can't do it. But if I pass, no one has the right to decide for me. And of which, on my subject, on my courses, practical was the highest that I scored.
Really?
Yeah. So I had to continue. But those were the difficult times because they made me have a lot of questions about myself and how do people view me out there without giving me a chance to try, and they feel like I can't do it. Yeah.
You proved beyond reasonable doubt that you can do it. Oh, okay. Well, so interesting. You are in employment now?
No, so there's a course I didn't do well. I was writing and the results came out last month.
Okay.
Yeah. And I cleared. I need to go for registration.
I hear you do business. You own a restaurant. Oh, is it a salon? Here in Chipata. Share more about it.
So, I'm just one person who doesn't feel like sitting at home. I ask for my parents for money, like a lot of things I ask from them. Even them, they know that I started being independent when I was in grade 5. So like, there's na chimtengo cha magwaba pa nyumba. Nenzotiora ku school nendo gulisa. I would buy freezits, nendo gulisa. I would buy freezits, nendo gulisa ku school. So like, I started when I was in grade 5, like, kuzinkaila na drama zanga. That's what I wanted. Then later on, ninzomanga sisa. So from grade 7, mom stopped asking me like, ichochewa gula drama wasisakut. Because she knew. Sometimes, enzonsilache, aza kusilate nkwacha. Uzaipa strepa table, everywhere. Now it's me to budget using that money. She was just testing me. But I would budget muten kwacha ija. Mazapeza nadia. So like number chabe kufana like kufrache kuzigwidi dan drama nika. Then I was doing mobile. Like they would, my clients would follow me home or I would follow them. Then after I finished my course, I thought of opening a salon.
Okay.
Whereby at least a salon has advantages. You can still order some things in there. It's not all about plaiting, but ngagulemo vuvala or ma wigs then ngama boacha dogula koche wig, but they're not plaiting. So there are dry days whereby you don't have a client, but at least they would get something from the salon. So I thought of opening one.
Oh, okay. What's the name of the salon?
Like shedi nilipo. Palipena pole mbati nimezina, but I'm still not yet decided, but I just made it as, I think it's Beauty with Smallet. I'm not decided.
YouTube Smallet?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into content creation, I heard that you're in a relationship. Can you confirm? Before I mentioned the guy. You're married?
No way. Just I need to take a bite before I answer that question.
You're in a serious relationship with Deosta, the musician in Chipat.
Dayosta foot. No, Dayosta is my friend.
Okay. Friends, just friends? Friends with benefit?
No, just friends.
Okay. But why are people that are saying that you're dating?
I don't know where they got that from. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe jokingly from the comments. I don't know. But we just joke through the comments. Yeah, maybe they got that from.
What kind of relationship do you share with Deosta?
Just a friend.
Okay. Yes, but
Not above
you
that.
get down into a relationship now where you say, yes, so we meet, we call each other,
Yeah.
and all that. That's what I want to understand. Because why should people, among all the things, why should I nature? Or making when
So, the first time that I met Dayosta was here. So the owner of this place said, Memory should invite Dayosta. Like, I think she was stalking me, she was stalking my comments. So she knew him from the comment section and she said she should invite him for my birthday. So that was the first time I met him in person. It was Darlene's birthday. We met here in person. Then the second time was during Java Bola. Obama content creators and musicians.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. From that time. Kwasila, and he's visited my salon once. Kwasila.
But you're in a relationship. Okay. So,
Zina yanakuwa chani.
the victim is zero child.
Kamba maningi bantu yai.
You've got so many people following you on your Facebook page. And each time you post a video, your photos, you have an overwhelming feedback on the comment section. What kind of content do you do? Are you a comedian? Or what?
What I know is I'm a content creator.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm a comedian or what. I'm not sure on that one. Because I make different contents. But the main reason why I had created the page, I wanted it to relate to health issues. Yeah, just to educate people about health matters. Then mambo ngine mochechanganya. Namba postinga vili vose chabe. Because mainly it was about health, and I just wanted people to know me and to stand out to people. By the way, I've received a lot of messages in my inbox from Facebook, TikTok. There are people out there who, okay, I call them the weak. There are people out there who are still in their shell. They don't want to come out. They are scared and they are afraid. So I feel like more like giving an example to them. Yeah, there are different people. Others might be disabled, whatever, but the messages that I've received is, Memory, continue what you're doing. Me, I'm like this, but I feel ashamed of myself to come out. I feel ashamed just to move from where I stay kwenda Chepa Market. So I even created a group, a WhatsApp group. I have people who are shorter than me. I have friends who are shorter than me, who are like me, who are a bit taller than me. So I only created that group for those people. So we usually talk from that group, and one thing that I've noticed is others, they say, no, don't post me, what. They feel inferior, like, okay, they feel weak. They don't want to stand for themselves because of what people say. Segregation. So, they need someone to speak for them. It might not be a short person, but you might find that there's someone who doesn't have one hand. But they are scared to move, like, so there are those things. Maybe someone has in different ways, but they feel they can't move. What do people say? They look at what people say. But now listen to me. If they continue hiding themselves, how are people going to get used? Me, people are used because when I move from here to where I stay, a lot of people recognize me to say that's Memory. Yeah, others will be surprised because it's their first time, but because I've been exposed to media, a lot of them, they know me. Now, if they're not exposed, it's not only about being exposed on media, but being exposed to the society. So if they're not exposed, how are people going to accept them in the society? And there are those people who hide their children mu manyumba. No, mwana wanga nole mali. Akala che mu nyumba. Bazakamba achana bana batatu, but ana bana 4. Wina ngwachoma che mu nyumba just because nole mali. They have to let that child out. Ankale used vanzake vamjaile. Because if they hide them, how are they going to be used? So I have a lot of friends, but
again, don't you think that also society has got more to do with the accepting, people the way they are? Society has got issues to do with that, because it's very hard for society to accept that, among us we have people that are disabled, people that are like this. Others will just laugh at a person who is short. They will laugh at a person who doesn't have one hand.
Exactly.
Don't you think that society also has got that mentality?
Society must contribute a lot of times in Yambi little bits from the society. Society is the reason why those people are hiding. Because akachoka chabe, they'll start talking. Like, I'll give an example on myself. People have been discouraging, mom. You're wasting money. Mwana wano mpeleka kwa school. Kwa tauna vantu vatali shani energetic vabwerako ku nursing school. Imwe wano ndio mnimona munga zakashita nursing na zakasikiza no bwerako. Sana, if she was a weak person, should have been discouraged. Nokamba memo kazinkhala chepa nyumba. You can't do it. Tauna vantu kunjo they failed. You can't do it. So it takes a parent or guidance to motivate that person to say, you need to stand out. You need to accept yourself. So now when that person accepts themselves, it doesn't matter what anyone will say. Suzale married up. Even if they say, no, Memory is short, I'm short. What is going to change? Since I'm colored dark, since I sweat, it's me. Nothing will change on me. So they just have to accept themselves to say, that's how God created me. There's nothing I can do. So even if they say this, it won't matter because you've accepted yourself. It becomes difficult if you didn't accept yourself to say, okay, Nina Linso Emos, I don't have an eye. So now it will be difficult for you to move in the society because everyone will be looking at you. Ngani mwana no inevanzanga maniseka. When I go out to play, they say I don't have one eye. Sana chivomela, akachivomela. They'll be talking, but at some point they'll stop. Because what the society expect from such people is they want them to feel inferior. When they okay, then they should say, we said it. Ujamana, so we said it. That person is like this. They can't do this. That's what they want to hear from them. Instead of motivating them, I was right. They want to prove their point. To say, I was right. Vaja na kwanja yawe moz. Vanga pike branch. Vaja na kwanja yawe moz. How can that one be a tailor? So it's to prove them wrong that I can do this with my one hand. So when that person accepts themselves to say, me, I'll do this despite what people say. Whatever they say doesn't matter and it doesn't pain because you are used. That's what I believe in.
You are watching the ZEDHOUSE podcast, and of course we are doing it right here at the Lens Tasty Foods restaurant here in Chipata, behind my glass. Find your way here. You've got tasty foods indeed. Memory is enjoying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Memory,
using energy.
Yeah, I love the way you're coming out, and there are people out there, obviously you've heard, body shaming you, saying, kamemori nkamfupi.
Pakalitente is one of them.
Nikakafake mpocket. Pakalitente.
That's what he commented.
The Facebook page.
You saw that?
Tell me about it.
That's what he commented. At first, after Chipata July, he posted my picture. Now, that picture for that lady who died, that just to call her Agogo, Kapana Agogo, Pani Gogo. You know her?
Yes.
The short lady who died, like she was singing.
Oh yes, I remember that.
So, Pakalitente
I don't know sang at the bullet do.
Yeah. He posted my picture together with her. Then, I've forgotten what was the caption. But it wasn't a good caption. It was a bad caption. Then, KD came in the comment section. Was like, boss, this is wrong. Shan. Otherwise, us, we love our memory. She's a nice person. She doesn't fight with people. But if them are posting, then I commented. I asked the Pakalitente, like, what do you expect from me? What do you want from me? And I commented a lot of things. I was like, because some of them, I know them. I've heard from them, and I've heard where they stay. So I said, you are the one who is behind this. I know you. Upuwa kwe uko. Then, people made them apologize. So, he deleted the post. Yes.
Okay.
He deleted the post, and he apologized. I didn't reply. I just let it go. The second time, it was during Javama Games. He posted my picture again. Nobolemba ati akananga kafake mtumba. I think that's what he said. Ati akananga kafake mtumba, like I can put her in my pocket. So, I was upset because Vani Sakila. Like I don't know, since what I've done to them. And I don't post content which hate people. I choose what I post.
But did you feel offended when he posted that?
Yeah, I was offended because I don't know what I did to them. So I posted them saying, Pakalitente, what do you want from me? So someone said, Memory, delete that. Those guys, they want attention. I don't know if they want to go viral or what, but they want you to respond. So just delete that. Then I deleted. The next time again, for the third time, they went to my page. They commented stupid things in the comment section. I've forgotten what they commented. But I just replied, go and tell that to your mother. That's what I replied. Then I bet he deleted, because I didn't see that again.
While we talk about content, what kind of ways do you think we can use social media, even the content that people are putting up? The world has changed. Of course, there's a lot of content that is coming on Facebook and these other social media platforms. How do you think content should be handled in this era?
Okay, so when it comes to content, I feel there's funny content just for fun, like just to make you happy in case you're in a bad mood. Then you just laugh. Example I might give Mateo. Like his content mainly is about Kuba. But it doesn't mean he's teaching you to say go and steal. Maybe I had a bad day. Nikapezako like content yake, I come across his content. I'll laugh. Then never like maybe what I was thinking about. So there's some contents they're just for fun, but not to motivate you. They're just for fun. Then there are some contents which are educational contents. I might recommend Samantha Zambia. Like I've seen her contents. Some of them they're educating contents. Some of them are just for fun. So there are some contents which are educating. You can get something from it. If you go on my page, the first contents that I was doing, Yenziaku hospital setup, Vaku hospital. And that was the more aim of the page. So they were educating contents, a lot of them. And I was happy with the feedback of people. No, continue educating us through comedy, what. So it's up to you to choose which content to follow. And not to be misled. Because by the end of the day, we learn a lot from media. You might learn bad things, you might learn bad things, you might learn good things from media. and from contents. So others might make bad contents. So it's up to you, the viewers, to choose which one to put into consideration. Whether you want to get educational contents, you learn something from them, or just for fun, or contents which make other people feel bad. But I would suggest we make content which can motivate someone can learn from that, or contents which can change someone's mood, like Andela Koche Mushe. They're in a bad mood. But after watching this, Andela Bueno, you've done an impact on that person. Maybe they're going through depression, or they were sad. From that sadness, a person who is sad might do a lot of things. You might not know. But upon coming upon your content, they might get motivated from that, and they feel like going forward. And I'll give an example. I'm one of them, because I have a lot of people who have told me to say, your contents, what you post and everything, I've learned a lot from it, and I feel motivated. And that's what keeps me pushing. It's the best motivation ever, whereby someone says, I was really low, but now I'm happy. Or I was blaming myself, I was blaming God, how he created me like this. But upon seeing you coming out from your shell like that, I feel even myself I can do that. And it feels good that you're doing something which you are changing someone's life. Others might want to kill themselves. But upon seeing that, they feel motivated.
So what's your biggest dream? What exactly do you really want to do for the people?
So, my biggest dream is, I feel like I want to it's not really an orphanage, but in future, I feel like opening a building, I don't know if I can call it, but a building whereby every week, maybe twice a week, I buy foodstuffs like maungashan and school stuffs for the less privileged. Twice a week, I give them. Then I feel that one will make me happy. I just want to do that. Twice a week, I give them. Yeah. That's my dream. And the biggest dream is to motivate someone out there who feel inferior.
Okay. Memory. Throughout this, whatever you've been through, the ups and downs, what has kept you moving?
My mother.
Big ups to your mother.
My mother. Because that lady, she's really hardworking, and she's been very supportive, and she's always been there to help and to motivate and support me to reach my dreams. So I'd say she's the biggest motivation to me.
Okay. Enjoy your meal.
Yeah.
And prepares nice meals.
Exactly.
I'm enjoying myself here.
I will enjoy everything after the podcast. Kevin Tangazintamba, how I'm eating.
Some people say I'm a diabetic boy. What would you have to members of the community that are watching this podcast, and they have, they have got a different impression about people who are born special, even children, parents, what word do you have for them?
So, I was watching a video yesterday, and I posted it on my status. There's this little boy, he has cancer. He was asked that, why did God give you a cancer if he loves you? Then his response was, he chose me. He didn't choose anyone else, he chose me. Not my siblings, but me. But why do you feel he chose you? He said, because I feel I'm strong, I can handle it. Maybe others can't handle it. So what am I saying from this is, God has a reason why he has given you that child, a disabled child. There's a reason. God has a reason why he made you like that. So I feel we shouldn't question God to say, God, why did you make me like this? He made you in his own image, and there's a purpose for that. So, to my dear viewers out there, whosoever you have who is, I don't know if it's disabled or whatever, there's a reason for that, and they are also free. Just the same way you are living a free life. Let them live the free life as well. Because by the end of the day, we are all humans, and everyone will die. You might not know who will keep you in future. The same person you are saying alibemendo might be the person who is going to help you build your dreams. You don't know what might happen. So everyone is special in their own way. There's a reason why he made you to have that child. So, it's just to accept it, to say, my uncle is like this, my mom is like this. They just have to accept it. That's what I can say.
All right. As we come to the end of this podcast, Memory, I wanted to ask you something.
Hope it's not a crazy question.
No, I don't ask crazy questions.
Okay.
What has been one of the most highlight moments of the podcast that you have watched before ours?
Okay.
Before this one, have you watched any of the episodes? Which one can you say was one of the highlight?
So I've watched the one for KD Giza.
KD Giza.
Yeah, I've watched for Branch Horizon Kunika. And had started for Alfatik.
Okay.
And that other man, like,
Imileko.
So, okay, what I like about so far Venaona is that you are giving people an opportunity, like to express themselves and to lay out their views to people, like who they are, and to let people know. Or in case of something happened, you are giving them a chance to clear.
To clear
the air.
To clear the air.
Yeah, so you're giving them an opportunity to say, okay, this is an opportunity for you to clear the air. Because again, some peskana amvera kwa kakapati, uyamvera kwa then man yobatuka pamoja kupanga sense.
I think it's very important that people should know out there that how you feel when you should let the people know how you feel when they say kamemori ngakatenga nokafaka mtumba. Them they will just maybe say it out of nowhere, but there's a way that you feel about it and you're not comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So
I'm suing.
Oh, okay. Then the most, just like a part of any podcast that you watched and you said, I think that one was my highlight.
Yeah, Giza. Hirani pesa bushe. Yeah, ijapati zikamba pali manyumba ija.
Oh.
Ijapati.
Chipupa.
Niskambatia. Ni my building ja baby. Something like that, naivara. But yeah, but
I want to thank you so much for making an appearance on the podcast today. It's been an amazing interaction.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for finding time to share your story to the world.
Welcome.
We've come to the end of the podcast. My name is Nature VK, and I want to say shout out to JKP Studios, Simba 959 Media, as well as the Lynn's Tasty Foods. Memory said we'll be enjoying the meal after the podcast. So once the cameras are off, we're definitely going to be able to enjoy the meal. So find yourself here as you come to Chipata. If you're watching this from elsewhere, it's behind my glass here in Chipata City. Until next time, it's bye-bye.